Welcome to our great books for teaching and reading. We hope it will inspire a lot of parents and children to read more. Shadowshaper by Daniel Jose Older. This is the first book of the Shadowshaper Cypher series, and it follows a teenage girl living in Brooklyn who finds out she is the granddaughter of a shadowshaper. A shadowshaper is a person who can infuse art with the spirits of the ancestors. While working on murals in the neighborhood, Sierra notices that they are starting to fade and are now crying. With gentrification threatening her community and a person hunting shadowshapers, Sierra needs to quickly learn about both her cultural and magical heritage to protect her community. A great fantasy series. Dracul by Dacre Stoker and J.D. Barker. This is the only prequel to Dracula that is recognized by the Bram Stoker Foundation. It helps that it is written by a descendant of Bram Stoker. A must-read for anyone who enjoys Dracula or enjoys vampire fiction. I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. Robert Neville might be the last man alive on Earth, but he is definitely not alone. A plague has taken over the Earth and turned everyone into bloodthirsty creatures. As Neville hunts the creatures during the day and barricades himself in at night, the definition of a monster becomes blurred. A true horror classic. Rosemarys Baby by Ira Levin. This is a true masterpiece of well-paced suspense. Rosemary and her husband Guy Woodhouse move into the stately Bramford, which has a foreboding reputation, in New York City. Her neighbors are odd and inquisitive, but her husband Guy likes them very much, so Rosemary does her best to adapt. When Rosemary becomes pregnant, and her husband's acting career takes off, Rosemary becomes more and more isolated, and begins to fear her neighbors' intentions. The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This classic Gothic horror story has been adapted into 2 movies and a Netflix series. A genuinely creepy tale that follows 4 people trying to scientifically prove if hauntings are real by investigating Hill House. Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. Ariadne Oliver, a mystery author as well as a friend of Hercule Poirot, is at a Halloween party where a young girl tells everyone that she once witnessed a murder. When the girl is herself found murdered later, Oliver determines that she needs the help of Poirot to find out which of the Halloween party guests silenced the girl. We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. A deliciously creepy and gothic tale, We Have Always Lived in the Castle follows Maricat Blackwood and her strange family with a dark secret. When an outsider comes and threatens the harmony of the Blackwood household, Maricat feels the need to do whatever it takes to protect her family. Macbeth by William Shakespeare. Macbeth is probably the most fitting Shakespeare play to read around Halloween, since witches, prophecies, and murder are in it. It is a classic tale about the dangers of ambition and power. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. The Crucible by Arthur Miller. This classic play presents a dramatized version of events during the Salem witch trials in the Massachusetts colony. A perfect piece to enable discussing McCarthyism and other forms of witch hunting. The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe is closely identified with the Halloween season, and this is a classic tale of revenge and murder that is perfect for this time of year. If you like the books, don't forget to share and like. Hit the subscribe button below to be notified about great new books. Let us know what you think about the books by leaving a comment below, or suggest future books. Give your kids an edge with professional individual teaching. Visit our website saraswatination.com for more information about our favorable prices and professional services. Here you will find valuable tips and information about teaching and learning.